And my parents, one thing that I love talking about this, they would bring me to like dive bars in Lake Charles at like midnight and make a deal with the owner, like, okay, the kid can be there as long as his parents are there. So I could go into these 21 and up shows, sit in with the band, and they would stay out till like sometimes 1 or 2 a.m. with me, so I could sit in and experience this musical life, and that I could be mentored by these people who were really kind to me in the community. All these Lake Charles music folks were incredible to me, and through them and the feeling of that music is community, music teaches leadership skills, that was when it changed into a lifelong pursuit. I'm Taylor Goss. I'm a member of the 2021 Knight-Hennessy cohort and a third-year student in a Master of Arts in Music, Science, and Technology, and a Master of Arts in Public Policy. I imagine a world where music and art are recognized and funded, not only as means of emotional expression, but also as drivers of social change. Welcome to the Imagine a World podcast from Knight-Hennessy Scholars. We are here to give you a glimpse into the Knight-Hennessy Scholar community of graduate students spanning all 7 Stanford schools, including business, education, engineering, humanities, law, medicine, and sustainability. In each episode, we talk with scholars about the world they imagine and what they are doing to bring it to life.
Today you'll be hearing from... Wait, hold on. Let me check my notes. Oh, Taylor Goss, a joint MPP, MA in Music, Science, and Technology student. During our conversation, you'll hear Taylor's experience growing up in a tiny Louisiana town with an outsized impact, connecting art to social change, friends and family mailbag, and so much more. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Imagine a World podcast. I am your co-host, Willie Thompson. I'm at the business school, will be at the ed school, member of the 2022 cohort of Knight-Hennessy. And as always, I am joined by my amazing, phenomenal co-host, who actually will not be co-hosting today. Isn't that right, Taylor?
Oh, plot twist. What?
Yeah. We're going to have Taylor on the episode, and he's going to be the guest and not the host. But I'm not doing this by myself. I'm not doing this alone.
No, never.
Never. I was going to sing Michael Jackson's You Are Not Alone, but I feel like we get sued for that, right? Or not sued. We have to pay royalties, right?
It's not fair use for you to just sing it for a non-educational, non-parody reason.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, we have 2 other members of the Imagine a World team. We have Sydney Hunt.
Hey. I'm Sydney. I am a member of the 2023 cohort, and you've heard me on a couple episodes before. I'm doing a PhD in electrical engineering here at Stanford.
That's great. And we have additional support here in our second co-host. Yes, we have 2 co-hosts today. And actually, I won't even do the introductions. I'll let him introduce himself. Go for it.
Sounds good. Hey, this is Rahul Thapa. I'm a member of 2023 cohort. And this is my first time in the episode, so please be a little kind to me.
No, you're going to do awesome.
No.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to interrogate Taylor.
Interrogate?
And, yeah, you'll be hearing some tough questions from me.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But yeah. I'm doing my PhD in biomedical data science and excited to be here.
Biomedical science.
I'm happy you're here.
Yeah,
Thank
we're
you.
all happy you're here.
I'm happy both of y'all are here. Hell, I'm happy all of y'all are here.
Thank you. It's a very STEM. Well, I guess the STEM folks are sitting on that side of the table. They're sitting across from us right now, which is crazy. So we've already said that Taylor is a different kind of guest today. He's been a part of this process and experience from the genesis. And before we even get into the Imagine World statement, which is so on brand for you, by the way, just want to check in. I mean, at the time of this recording, we're a couple of weeks before spring quarter ends.
Yeah.
We are a couple of weeks away from you completing with a KH.
Yeah, that is true. Completing.
Yeah. And you're also a couple weeks from finishing at Stanford and moving to LA. So just how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, it feels strange to say and mean a couple rather than a few. You know, when you say a few, that feels comfortable. A couple is worrying.
2, if you want to
2.
If you want to feel more anxiety, 2.
Yeah,
You have
2
weeks.
Yeah.
Less than 2
No,
weeks.
I feel good. I was actually just talking with another Knight-Hennessy scholar about this upstairs. I ran into Elliot Reichert. And I was saying that I really feel the sand slipping through the hourglass. You know, like it's been 3 years, and it feels like 3 full and really great years, and I'm grateful for that. But there's also a little bit of a bittersweet angle, you know, because I really love my people that I have here, as I'm sure is evident for anyone who's listened to this podcast. And I like what I found in the Bay Area, but at the same time, I'm also very excited for what lies ahead, which we'll go into at some point today. But I feel good. I'm making a lot of music right now. I'm savoring the time that I have left here, and I'm spending a lot of time with folks that I love. And my life is just so fundamentally good right now, and I'm pretty happy. So yeah,
Yay.
In a good spot.
That's awesome. And we have 2 guitars here today.
We
Not
do.
1, but 2.
Right.
Well,
So maybe we'll make some music on this.
not a few, but a couple
episode.
guitars.
Yeah. Not a
2
few, but a
guitars,
couple.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Look, you talked about where you're going, but let's talk about where you're from.
Okay.
Yes, Taylor Goss, the famous
Oh, hardly.
Taylor Goss. What's your origin story, man? Where are you from, and what was your journey to get here?
Well, it all started with this radioactive spider.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I grew up in a little bitty town called Lacassine, Louisiana.
Lacassine,
Louisiana. I grew up in Lacassine, Louisiana. I'm not going to stop this accent for the rest of the podcast. So Lacassine is in southwest Louisiana. It's about 30 minutes east of the city of Lake Charles. I was born in a hospital in Lake Charles. We're going way back to the beginning. But I grew up in this little bitty town, which, to give you a picture, is my home was surrounded by pasture. The population of the town is about 500 people, give or take. And until I was about 10 years old, the road in front of my house was unpaved. It was a gravel road, and many roads around where I grew up are gravel roads. But, you know, now it's blacktop, got paved eventually, which resulted in a much cleaner car for us a lot of the time.
I bet.
Yeah, but I grew up primarily with my parents and my sister. I have 1 younger sister. I have 3 older siblings, Ashley, Derek, and Chad, all of whom are 10 years or more older than me. And I love those people so much, and they have children of their own and are all still around Louisiana. But we're just about graduating high school when I was becoming a sentient, moving human being. So I really grew up with my younger sister. She's 2 years younger than me. Her name is Heather. My dad's name is Sam Goss. My mom's name is Joni Goss. My dad was an operator at an oil refinery in Westlake, which is close to Lake Charles. Many of people in Louisiana work in the oil and gas industry. He retired in 2021, the year that I graduated college. But up until then, he worked for 30 years in that position. My mom is a naturopathic physician. She has a doctorate in naturopathic medicine that she got in Portland, Oregon.
And what is naturopathic medicine?
Yeah, so naturopathic medicine is essentially involves like non-Western and alternative remedies. So
Is it similar to the Ayurvedic medicine in East?
you know, I think that there are connections. I'm not a practitioner myself, so I don't know how connected they are, but I know that it's a lot of non-Western medical traditions, and in general, like this holistic approach to lifestyle change to affect health overall. So my mom had a small but dedicated private practice that she ran out of her home, and she still has a smaller group of patients that she sees frequently, but she's doesn't see as many patients as when I was growing up. But she also was raising us at home and raising me and my sister at home. And she was my primary educator and my sister's primary educator because I was homeschooled from first grade until I graduated high school.
Wow,
Whoa,
I didn't know this.
That's news.
Yeah.
What?
So the story with that, and I'll say it briefly, is that we had a fairly underfunded and fairly under-resourced K through 12 school in Lacassine, and there's lots of lovely people that I know who had a great experience in that school, and they've gone on to be lovely people with great lives. It just wasn't quite the right experience for me at the time, and my parents saw this and decided that they could provide me more opportunities in a wider world than Lacassine had to offer, and so they took me out of school and decided to try out homeschooling. And in a nutshell, my mom did a very good job in teaching me and my sister how to learn. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it was very collaborative and self-guided. And especially by the time I get to middle school, high school, a lot of the classes are fairly self-directed. And then eventually I start taking dual enrollment high school courses at the local university in Lake Charles, McNeese University. Go Pokes. So homeschooling was a pretty alternative choice, but it ended up being really beautiful for me because it allowed this sort of self-guided, self-determined education, still rigorous, still by state standards. But it also allowed me to complete my coursework to the best of my ability and then use whatever time I had left for whatever passion project I was pursuing at the time, which eventually became music and guitar playing. So yeah, that was my early life, was my parents and I and my sister in this little town, and homeschooling and making a lot of trips to Lake Charles because I became very involved with music and with a youth leadership group called 4-H, which is a national thing.
Oh yeah, man, 4-H.
Yeah, man. Head, heart, hands, health.
There it is.
Yeah. I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
You remember much more about 4-H than I do growing up and having 4-H. That's impressive.
It was pretty involved. I and my sister, that was like in a situation where homeschooling, we weren't around our peers.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Most of the day, but my parents were very cognizant and were like, we want to provide a homeschooling experience which is fruitful for our social lives as well.
Yes.
And so we had friends, and we had hangs, and we had projects in Lake Charles mostly because music and 4-H were centered around there. So 4 or 5 days out of the week toward the end of high school, we were up in Lake Charles. I met a lot of people along the way who really cultivated a love of music.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a core memory you've mentioned in previous episodes around the first time you heard guitar and saw guitar. So I'd be interested in talking a little bit about that. And then maybe we can talk about LSU and those Tigers and how you ended up becoming a different bird, a different animal, altogether.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
A cardinal,
yeah, okay.
or a tree, whichever one you choose.
A different organism.
By the way, Stanford, trees not intimidating. Go trees. I'm just like this.
Hey, don't
Fear the tree. The T-shirts.
Gosh.
Okay. Yeah, that there is a core memory there. So I remember not really having a deep personal connection with music growing up. It would be on the radio, and I do have some really cool core memories of being in my dad's truck, riding around the dirt roads around our where we lived, and listening to country music radio. I'm talking Brooks and Dunn. I'm talking the Chicks. I'm talking Shania Twain. And so I have childhood connections with that, but at the time I didn't feel it as this is something that I'm going to pursue. This is something I love. But in some movie or some commercial, I don't know what it was, I heard Hey Jude by the Beatles.
Oh, I love that song.
And it sort of blew my mind. And I just I was at an age where I had the interest and the facility to go online and research what this was that I was hearing. And I went down such a rabbit hole. Oh my God. I downloaded an app where I could download Wikipedia pages and just downloaded every article about the Beatles and all their records and the Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and Cream and the Allman Brothers Band. And these became that was a catapult into the world of music for me. And I very quickly wanted to learn guitar. And funnily enough, I wanted the video game Rock Band, where you have the plastic guitar.
Rock Band or Guitar Hero?
Rock Band, because the Beatles had a version of Rock Band that they released where it was only Beatles songs.
Interesting.
With all these cool 3D graphics. And I remember, pleading to my mom, can I please, have this for Christmas or whatever? And she's like, honey, I love you, but no, if you're going to do this, then you need to just play the guitar.
I like that answer.
And so I can credit my mom. I can credit my mom and my dad for being no, we're not going to get you that. If you want to do something like this, you're just going to play guitar. So on my 13th birthday, I used my birthday money at a pawn shop in Lake Charles, and I went and picked up a Sunburst electric guitar that I thought looked like Eric Clapton's. And I was off to the races. I spent the next couple of weeks just shedding the intro to Johnny Be Good. The Chuck Berry song. If you've ever seen Back to the Future, it's the one Marty McFly plays at the end. I thought that was sick as hell. And so I learned that, and one day my dad walks into our back office where I was practicing guitar, and he stands there for a minute. He's about to leave for work, and he says, hey, that sounds pretty good. And that was just that blew my mind. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to keep doing this for sure. And it was just a snowball effect from there. I didn't have lessons. I went online and found guitar tabs and instructional videos, and I taught myself using the internet.
Did anyone in your family play the guitar?
That's a great question. No, I had a family member in my extended family who played guitar at church occasionally, but I maybe sat down with him once and talked about guitar, but it was not an extended instruction. there weren't many people in my immediate family that were really into music. My mom has a beautiful voice. My sister has a beautiful voice. My dad does not sing. But they're all music lovers.
I see.
But it was really instructionally, educationally, it was me going online and seeking it out, at least for about a year. And then interestingly enough, within a year, I found this rock band summer program. Like, hey, get your kids to this theater in Lake Charles, and we'll, put them together in a band and teach them some rock and roll songs. And I thought that sounded like the coolest thing ever. And I'll be honest, at the time, I was a very sort of shy and introverted person.
Really?
Surprisingly, I think a lot of people that know me now, I swear, yeah, a lot of people that know me now would be very surprised to hear that. But I really was. I dealt with a lot of anxiety growing up. That social anxiety was something that, as a result of working through it, and my mom in particular, and my family were very supportive about it, and really helped me to sort of move through what at the time was fear of losing people that were close to me, to the point where I would have, sort of panic episodes. And it was a rough time, but through going through that experience, I think I was able to come out the other side much more at peace with, I think, the fleeting nature of the relationships we have, but also the importance of those relationships. And I think I just came out less afraid in general, and a little bit more comfortable with myself and a little bit more confident. And I think I worked through things that I maybe wouldn't have worked through if I hadn't had that experience with anxiety. So that's something that comes up a lot in my life now that I'm happy to be able to talk about, because it was central for a long time, but is something that I know how to deal with now. And at the time, I was a much more introverted and kind of shy person. So I was excited about making this music, but I also was a little bit reticent of going to Lake Charles for several days in a row and just hanging out with all these new people. But I pretty much immediately took to it. And I met a couple of people who remain very important in my life. The director of that program, there were two directors, and one of them, Marcus Johnson, who's still in Lake Charles and is one of my most consistent and beloved mentors. He's a dear friend and someone who, he showed me the Meters, which is one of the greatest funk bands to ever come out of Louisiana. And that if it were that alone that he gifted me, he would be an extremely influential person in my life. But he's given me so much more. And from the very beginning, he's just been this extremely compassionate and thoughtful and caring music educator and great musician himself. He's a great guitar player. And he directed that program along with his colleague, Doug Gay, who's in Baton Rouge and is also a dearly beloved friend. Those two guys are very important in my life. I remember the very first day that I started this program, there was a drummer. His name's Sam DeSantos. He's in Philly now. And we both loved Led Zeppelin, we came to find out very quickly. And so on lunch breaks, we would scarf down our sandwiches and then go to the stage and just drill Led Zeppelin songs just over and over. And we had, we kind of found my people, Yeah. So that was, so the transition from teaching myself guitar to playing with the band was really what catapulted me into, this might be something I can do longer term, and unlocked that passion for music.
What's your favorite Led Zeppelin song?
What's my favorite Led Zeppelin song? That's such a hard question, my dude. I'm going to give you a deep cut Led Zeppelin song, a slightly deeper cut Led Zeppelin song. And maybe there's some that, might be more universally loved. But there's a record from 1975 called Physical Graffiti. It's a double record, and there's lots of great stuff on it. But one of my favorite tracks is a track called 10 Years Gone. It's very beloved among the Led Zeppelin fandom, but not one of their hits. And it is one of the best examples of Jimmy Page's guitar army approach, just layering over layering over layering of guitars. And it's pretty epic.
Yep.
10 Years Gone, Led Zeppelin, check that out. I do love providing music recommendations.
Who needs Spotify when you have Taylor Goss?
There you go. Got your AI DJ right here.
Yeah.
So you talked about you being homeschooled.
Yes.
And being self-taught in music.
Yes.
So can you tell us more about your transition from being homeschooled to college?
Yeah, I remember feeling like I was academically prepared. I, as I mentioned, took a bunch of dual enrollment college courses toward the end of high school. And so I would drive from Lacassine, Louisiana, 30 minutes to town. We call it to town, to go to Lake Charles, to go to the university. And I would go, to class with college students, many of whom did not know that I was a high school student.
Yeah. Did you have a beard then or no?
No, I didn't have a beard. No, I didn't have a beard. I did have the long hair though, and I had the beginnings of sideburns, which was a deeply unfortunate choice. But yeah, so I went to these classes, and I think that it helped me because it proved to me that I could hang academically, having come from this non-traditional academic background. And then also it sort of put me back in a rhythm of being around a bunch of people who are my peers, like much more consistently every day, as opposed to like event based, going to Lake Charles for a gig or something. And doing the McNeese dual enrollment stuff, and one summer that I spent in Boston, Massachusetts, doing a 5-week program at the Berklee College of Music.
Cool.
An amazing program in Lake Charles called Jazz in the Arts, gave me a scholarship to go to Boston and attend this program for 5 weeks. And it was really great. And I came out realizing that I didn't want to go to music school, or I didn't want to go to a school that only taught music.
Because,
why was that?
Yeah, why?
Because I felt that so many folks up there are incredible and amazing. There's many people who do great through Berklee, but I wanted something more out of my college experience, in that I wanted to be surrounded by people who did different things than me. I wanted to be, have a great musician community, but I also wanted to meet folks who were studying something radically different.
Yeah.
And at a place like Berklee, you're just going to, necessarily be around more people who want to make music their life, which is lovely. And it was also incredibly expensive.
Yeah. God.
So 2 things in response to that. One is it sounded like you wanted an interdisciplinary experience.
That's right.
Which makes sense why you're also in Hennessy.
Yeah.
And the second is that there is I would like to venture and assume, as someone who's also from the Deep South, that the scholarship opportunities for your state school, like an LSU or UGA or Georgia Tech, are much more abundant than an out-of-state Berklee music.
Yeah. You're absolutely correct. And the way that manifested with me was that I and my mom were together, sort of going through this college admissions process, the modern college admissions Common App process. Wow, I never thought the word Common App would leave my lips again. That neither of us had found before. My mom helped me logistically find people to be advised by and answer questions, but she very much was gave me the space and the freedom to craft my application. There was no helicopter parent thing. She has always facilitated my interests and my passions without compelling me to do the things that I was interested in.
Sure. So you finished with the BA in music and entrepreneurship. Was that what you went in?
Well, yeah. So in this space where I was, looking at scholarships, understanding options and what I was going to study, I wanted to study music, but I wanted to make sure that I had something that would allow me to sustain myself. So I wanted to do a business degree, and I wanted to do a music degree. That was the plan at the time. But to answer Willie's question, McNeese and LSU, Louisiana State University, the flagship university of Louisiana, go Tigers, amen. Both offered really considerable scholarship packages, which were, if I had gone out of state, I would have been paying so much more. And my family did not have the ability to pay that. I was paying my own way, whatever I was going to be doing. So I did throw a couple of moonshots out there. I had Brown and in Harvard and got, waitlisted, but also understood that there was really something special about the opportunities offered by the LSU experience in particular, especially when this life-changing scholarship was offered to me called the Stamps Scholarship. It's a family, the Stamps family, and this incredibly generous endowment by them, at multiple public universities, state public universities across the United States. It's a full cost of enrollment scholarship. And I was asked to apply for the scholarship and was interviewed and insanely was offered a spot at LSU under the Stamp Scholarship. And so it was really a no-brainer at that point because very quickly LSU went from okay, this place, is this staying too close? Is this, it has this reputation of being like a, Southern football party school. And then through the recruitment process of the LSU Ogden Honors College and the Stamp Scholarship, they really rolled out the red carpet and showed that LSU is this land grant, sea grant, space grant, research-oriented university with all these incredible opportunities and sort of this smaller, more focused sort of liberal arts university experience within the Honors College, like that within the larger 35,000 student body, sort of best of both worlds. So it became my top choice over the course of a weekend, the interview weekend. And so much was riding on this, and I was just like blown away to be offered this. So it was a no-brainer. And I did follow through, and I decided to do the music degree because, some point along the way, I remember talking to my mom one day. We had gone to see a Led Zeppelin concert film that was screening in Baton Rouge, and we walked out, and I said, you know what? I don't need to be a rock star. I don't want to be famous, but I could make music for the rest of my life. I was just so inspired by that. Yeah. And from then on, my parents were like, okay, if this is what you want to do, be smart about it, but we fully support you.
Yeah. Do you think there was a transition point to, I want to bounce off of like what you making music for life, that music for you transitioned from happiness to fulfillment? Like, was there ever a moment where, it went from temporary joy to lasting joy?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, because I think there's some immediate gratification with mastering a skill.
Right.
But when music became so entangled with community for me, that's when it became a lifelong pursuit. Part of that was joining the band, and that summer camp that I was talking about became a year-long thing. Marcus Johnson, my guy, was the director for this program, and I was part of like this sort of flagship band for this youth rock and roll after school program, essentially, called Young Band Nation. Check it out. It's Southwest Louisiana Music Studios is the name of the company now. So once I made close friends and started encountering mentors in the community, because there were all these people in the Lake Charles music scene that saw me play guitar and were like, oh, this kid's really interested. And there's something there. Do you want to come sit in with our band? Do you want to talk about a life in music? Can I hire you for this gig to come play this wedding or whatever? He started giving me these opportunities, not just to play, but to hang and understand the lifestyle. And I will say, to their credit, my parents were fully on board with this. Did not try to hide any of the short, there are pitfalls one can fall to in a life of musicianship, drugs and alcohol. Well documented. And so they were like, read Greg Allman's autobiography. Read, interviews with these folks who come out on the other side and found that it's not really that romantic to be Keith Richards.
Right.
And then I was hanging out with musicians, and my parents, one thing that I love talking about this, they would bring me to like dive bars in Lake Charles at like midnight and make a deal with the owner, like, okay, the kid can be there as long as his parents are there. So I could go into these 21 and up shows, sit in with the band, and they would stay out till like sometimes 1 or 2 a.m. with me, so I could sit in and experience this musical life, and that I could be mentored by these people who were really kind to me in the community. So a mix of those mentors, like Mickey Smith comes to mind, the Daigle family who ran that Jazz in the Arts program, Marcus Johnson, Justin Martindale, Paul Gonsolin, Michael Krajic. I'll send this to them and they'll hear their names. All these Lake Charles music folks were incredible to me. And through them and the feeling of that music is community, music teaches leadership skills, that was when it changed into a lifelong pursuit.
Following up on that, talking about the music and community.
Yeah.
You were also engaged with Coastal Voices.
Yeah, man.
Would love to talk more about it.
Yeah.
What inspired you to be part of that, and tell us more about the Coastal Voices.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a couple of things. So I mentioned the LSU Ogden Honors College. It was a home for me within LSU. Dr. Granger Babcock, Miss Cindy Seegers, Miles Garrett, Dean Jonathan Earl. I'm sure these are all people who were instrumental in making LSU a home for me. They were staff and faculty at the Honors College. And something I did at the Honors College was the Louisiana Service and Leadership Program, which Dr. Babcock and Miss Cindy Seegers co-led. And it was a program focused on poverty and coastal wetlands loss in Louisiana. And we took classes and attended lectures and like lived in this or engaged in this little community of LASAL Scholars that were focused on these two issues and other issues of social justice within Louisiana. And I credit that program with making me understand Louisiana better, both the good things about it and the bad things about it. I left LSU because of LaSalle. I left LSU loving Louisiana for its failings and for its amazing culture and food and people and music. But within LaSalle, one thing they encourage you to do is pursue projects that are related to your work. And I wanted to do something that was a fusion between policy messaging and music. And Madeline Smith, who's still a dear friend, was another LaSalle scholar who started working on a project called Coastal Voices. And it was, in essence, an oral history documentation project, which documented the human experience of coastal wetlands loss. So, what does it mean to work for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and work with the levee system? What does it mean to be a shrimper? What does it mean to have your home on land which is rapidly decaying and have to move to a different place? All of this, the coastal wetlands loss is discussed so often in terms of ecology and in terms of economics, and this was a look into the human impact. So Madeline brought me onto this project, which was directed by Dr. Michael Pasquier, who's still a bud to this day. And Madeline and Dr. Pasquier told me, okay, so, we're looking for some music for the podcast. Could you make us 3 minutes of intro music? And I did it, and I came back, and they're like, oh, we love this. Could you just make a soundtrack for the entire podcast?
Wow.
So in the way that like Radiolab or podcasts like that will have like music throughout, sort of building the narrative, that's what I did. I did like a soundtrack is for the film. I did a soundtrack for this podcast, music flowing throughout.
Yeah.
And it was a total baptism by fire. I had never composed anything this long. I went into a studio room and just like improvised guitar until I found something that I liked, and then layered on top of that, listening to the interviews. I made trips to coastal Louisiana where these people were being interviewed and took field recordings, like put microphones up to like grass or water, and then incorporated that into the music or helped inspire the music. I was really trying it to be this holistic experience of music that is people's voices, that is inspired by the land and by the stories of people on the land, and having it be as much of the narrative as the interviews were without overwhelming. And Coastal Voices I put so much time and effort into it and found such incredible mentorship with Madeline and Dr. Pasquier in particular. And they really let me run wild with it. And also, I should say, Dr. Jesse Allison was an advisor within the electronic music and digital media program that facilitated my work on Coastal Voices. So yeah, it was the first time that I really felt, public policy messaging and music and the arts can come together to create this sort of, experience that sheds some human light and emotionality on a kind of, cold concept.
Yeah, I love that. And I feel like you've been able to keep that train going now at Knight-Hennessy. You have the music, you have the public policy, and you have the pod.
Yeah, the pod. Yeah. My life has been inundated with podcasts ever since then.
Yeah, it is. So what has Stanford been like for you? What has Knight-Hennessy been like for you? You're, I think, in an interesting spot where we're getting to interview you literally 2 weeks before you finish this journey. So yeah, tell us about whatever you want to share about now life on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And we'll note that you do the music for this podcast too. So
yes.
I don't think we ever talked about that in an episode, but the music you hear for the podcast is actually a Goss original.
It was. Well, first of all, the transition to Stanford was another, it was a point where I was very worried. I had reached the end of LSU, a beautiful experience where I made so many friends and had a deep, deep community with the folks that I lived with off campus. For instance, we still have a group chat to this day that we'll send stuff in, and we deeply love each other. And so I have a huge and abundant community from LSU. It was the right place and the right time, and I could not have had a better experience there.
You also had a national championship too. So
we also had a 2019 national championship. That's right.
Did you? On what?
The LSU Tigers won the football.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Yeah, man. Joe Burrow.
Who's friends with Jack Harlow?
Yeah. Who's, well, once you reach a certain level, everyone's friends with Jack Harlow. Yeah, we had that national championship. So it was like, this socially transformative experience where I think, I mentioned I was sort of a shy, introverted person. I became much more chill and confident in myself as time went on and comfortable. And academically, learned so much about music making and music theory and realized that I had this dual interest in politics and policy and music. And I decided, I think what I need to discern what I'm going to do next is to continue my education. And I thought at the time, oh, I haven't really trained as much in public policy. If I want to potentially live a life in this, I need to study that. I don't need to study music as much because that's something I do every day. I was gigging a lot. I played guitar with a lot of bands. While I was at LSU.
You still gig now.
Gig now. Yeah, I still have gigs in San Francisco. That's been a consistent thing. But so I applied to all these public policy programs, and I applied to the Rhodes Scholarship and the Truman Scholarship and Knight-Hennessy. Dr. Drew Arms is an angel of a woman who's a dean at the Ogden College now, but at the time she was the director of the Office of Fellowships, and she said to me, "I think that you should, whether or not you think you're right for them, you should apply for these fellowships." And she and a bunch of other people that I mentioned before were the bedrock that allowed me to put myself on paper for these fellowships. Because I want to acknowledge it's a hard thing to like present a version of yourself on paper that will be scrutinized by an admissions committee.
Every single word.
Every single word. And it required a lot of soul searching for me. And, it makes me think of people who are interested in, like, applying to Knight-Hennessy, for instance. Like, for me, I allowed myself to search my soul and really make it more about the process than about the result. Dr. Arms was very good at emphasizing that. And so I just figured out, what do I want to do? And how can I tell a story about what I want to do that suggests a path that might work? And that's maybe one core thing that I would say to people considering Knight-Hennessy, is that the path that you lay down in your application doesn't have to be set in stone.
Yes.
I think that it should be accurate. It should be representational. It should be, conveying your passion. And it should be something that you really believe in. Yeah. But at the end of the day, our roads all lead different ways. And I think my path towards a fusion of music and public policy action, is I still do not know what that exactly is going to look like. But I was able to write about why those things are important to me and present a story, a path that I also knew what might not be the final word on things.
Sure. Does that story relate to your Imagine a World statement? And can you repeat it for everyone?
Yeah, so I'd love to talk about that.
Yeah, so my Imagine a World statement sort of revolves around a world which recognizes music and the arts as a valid contributor to social change.
When that's so interesting, because I feel like there's so many people that you could look at who have done that, like in their lives and their roles, like, and so it crosses types of art, like Ai Weiwei, Faith Ringgold, Nina Simone,
amen,
Shamsia Hassani, and so there is like a tradition there, but your Imagine a World statement almost evokes this image of like people knowing it's a reality, but the reality hasn't yet fully existed in a way that's like sustainable or
maybe recognized by the policy community.
Yeah, that feels right to me. I think, and it's like it's a reality, but it hasn't been recognized.
Yeah, and I just, it's recognized in the sense of that there are so, as you cited, there are so many examples of social change being catalyzed or being fueled by song, by chants, by art.
Yep.
And it becomes part of the story of a movement. And there's so much evidence for that. But year after year there are debates on whether we should fund the arts in schools. And there are assumptions about what fields of study are more socially valued. And there's maybe not as strong connections between the policymaking community and the arts community as there could be. And it's a delicate balance, right? Because maybe the most obvious example of, let's say, collusion between the arts and policy is propaganda. Propaganda can be good, propaganda can be bad, but we think about it a lot as bad or malicious or manipulative in some way. But I'm thinking of art which is representative of reality, which takes a human experience and advocates for it and communicates it in a way which sheds light on the human impact. Like I was talking about Coastal Voices. Yeah. It's sort of, the classic stepping inside someone else's shoes. That's never possible, really, to step inside someone else's shoes, but we can understand a shadow of someone else's human experience through the emotionality of music or visual art or things like that. And that's why I think it's important. And that's why I just think, whatever view the world has of it, it's probably not enough. in terms of giving music and the arts the recognition, in terms of funding, in terms of social value, as it could as a driver of social change. And there's so many. You can go to americansforthearts.com and find so many examples of the economic driving nature of music, the correlations between art and music making and educational attainment. These are all things that are known. But at the end of the day, I think society could always better understand both the emotional value of music and the social value of music and the arts.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. And I will say that when you were even telling the story of Coastal Voices, you mentioned like the ecology and the ecological and the economic aspects of that work. Yeah. And like the third element of that work, you called it the human element, but to me it felt like the emotional element, right? Because even if I can't reach 100% empathy, like I can probably know what it's like to feel an emotion that people are feeling, right? Yeah. And so that feels like it's the third leg of that stool,
right.
Of like, how do you build something that combines all of these observable realities, right? Like people needing to move, people needing to adjust like where they live with like what it feels like inside of themselves to do that.
Yeah,
and
because there are people out there that will argue specifically about coastal wetlands loss, about like, oh, well, sea level's rising, coast is going, we'll just move people inland. Sell your house and move inland. Right. Okay, who are you going to sell your house to?
Right.
Where are you going to go?
Right.
So, yes, it can. There's a coldness of, or there's an apathy about that experience specifically. Yeah. That I think can be better understood through the emotional medium.
Absolutely.
Of art.
And maybe this is probably the last question we'll ask on this piece, and then we'll go to something new for the listeners. The thing that is of interest, especially, is your immeasurable statement talking about the importance of funding. Like you actually explicitly state funding. And so given where you've been at Stanford, doing your master's in public policy, also doing a lot of work in sound technology, like music technology rather, what is the ideal state for you? Like, what does a better world look like for you with regards to that?
Yeah, the U.S. has a very private funded organization of arts funding. I think there is room for more public funding of the arts, especially when it comes to education, or at least prioritization. I think what the educational system when it comes to art and arts funding looks like, the average child in the U.S. having access to a robust arts education, the sort of transformative arts education that Brianna Mullen talked about on her episode. The sort that can give students a passion project, whether or not they choose to pursue music or not. Music is a beautiful thing to take part in. So yes, the average availability and quality of arts education in the U.S. would be what I mean when I say funding priority.
Yeah, and so what I'm hearing in that is what feels ideal and what would look ideal is if every child, we'll use America as an example. Every child in the United States of America has a fluency and an ability to engage with music or the arts.
Or the arts, absolutely.
In a way that we're expected to have fluency in English, right? Or a fluency in biology or science. These are things that should be valued.
Right.
And that makes a ton of sense. And actually reminds me of my high school band director, Mr. Lucat, who used to always, because, as someone who went to formal public school, it was everything you were interested in almost had to feel like, oh, am I going to major in this in college? And so like that became the funnel through which you saw like all the stuff you're interested in. Like, so when I was in AP Music Theory and we're learning about like circle of fourths, circle of fifths, learning about modes and doing jazz music theory and all this other stuff, power chords and everything, you start thinking like, oh, this is interesting. Like, should this be my major? And my Mr. Lucat would always say like, my goal as your band director is to pique your interest in music. Like if none of you go on to become music majors or band directors, I'm totally fine with that. Right. Yeah. And I feel like even having him say that was like really impactful and just level set sort of the fact that we were building an experience that we can lean on and not a credential that we needed to use to navigate the world. So, you saying that elicited that memory for me. So I appreciate you sharing that.
I love that. Yeah, of course. And I think implicit in everything that you're saying and connected to something that we were talking about earlier, while all that is happening, while the knowledge is being gained, while the interest is being piqued, you're also engaging in a community the entire time, a very special and very specific community. And that aspect of it should also be, as valued as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor. So we've talked a lot about how you're involved in a bunch of different things, right? Music and policy. And some people perhaps might argue that these things don't really fit together, right? They're kind of two, I guess, independent experiences.
Sure.
But what have you done at Stanford to bring those two together?
Yeah. I think I've, by and large, on campus experienced them as fairly separate fields of study that have occasionally come to be interconnected. I wanted to study both, and I, indicated my interest in applying to a public policy program in addition to a music program on my initial application. But, that's because of my overall interest in the intersection between the arts and public policy communication, and the humanization of public policy issues. The first half of my studies at Stanford have been at the Center for Computer Research for Music and Acoustics, or CCMRA, which, funnily enough, is right up the street from Denning House. So my little hub around campus is Denning House, Lake Lagunitas, and this big mansion that used to be a president's mansion that houses CCRMA, or CCMRA for short. We call it CCMRA. And there is where I've done my music, science, and technology degree, which has been everything from digital signal processing, like borderline electrical engineering, some music cognition and perception research study kind of stuff, and then a little bit of like music programming, music coding, or sound coding, all of these creating and the ability for a student in the MA-MST program to understand a wide berth of what music technology has to offer in terms of career and in terms of, creative pursuits. And so I had never studied anything close to electrical engineering or signal processing, so it was like being thrown into
it's hard stuff.
Yeah, and I would talk to other EE students, friends of mine who were actual EE students, and I'd be like, I'm taking this class on Fourier transforms.
Gosh.
They're like, what? Because it's this fairly complicated thing. But I had so many people who had come from stronger backgrounds in terms of physics or electrical engineering or things like that, who have been so supportive in the community at CCMRA. I've felt that I've been able to be who I am, which is, a person who I'm a guitar player, I'm a songwriter, I'm a person who enjoys working in the recording studio, and more than anything, loves the creative process and loves music technology for its ability to realize creative ideas, maybe even more than just the sort of core pursuit of music tech for music tech's sake. And there are people who have a similar philosophy, and there are folks who just love coding and who are extremely skilled at signal processing and making plugins, and which later down the road allow artists to realize their vision. But I felt challenged to like take on all these different avenues of music making that I hadn't seen before, but I never felt like I couldn't be myself and be like the guitar player, singer, songwriter guy and be that part of the community. So that's been an extremely eye-opening world of music and music technology to be exposed to, and a really beautiful community. On the other side has been this public policy world where I took classes on economic research and international diplomacy and the political process in the United States, and in actual practicum, where I and a team of folks studied the distribution of homeless housing, of supportive housing for homeless folks in Santa Clara County, a professional pursuit of public policy research. And this was something that, as I mentioned before, I was interested in college, but this was like the most intense series of studies that I've had in the public policy field. And I feel so much more grounded in what it means to be a practitioner of public policy and the skills necessary and the different career paths that might come from that. And I really feel strongly that this public policy interest and this commitment to service through avenues of public policy making and distribution and communication, that is something that will always stick with me, and that I am very excited to see how it pans out in my life.
So I guess on the topic of what you're going to do after, what are you going to do after graduating, Yeah,
so I've had a lot of really fortuitous experiences in the California music space. I played in a bunch of bands back in Louisiana, and I continued to do that when I moved out to the Bay Area. I play with this great band called The Fourth Position, and we play midnight to 3:30 at these little like the Boom Boom Room in San Francisco, and that was a great way to keep my keep my chops up and exercise that part of my life. And in the midst of that, I started visiting LA a little bit, and And I had a series of crazy serendipitous experiences of going to LA, meeting musical heroes of mine who were very gracious in their offering of knowledge and offering to connect me with certain people. And that led to me doing an internship at a couple of studios in LA last summer, in the summer of 2023. Yeah, summer 2023. And I was so enamored with the community that I found out there, because they're musicians that I have admired from afar for many years, even as a kid back in Louisiana. And I just was lucky enough and in the right place at the right time and with the competency to like do good work in spaces where musicians that I deeply admire are making their art. And I got to learn from them and sort of befriend a few of them. And so now I feel like I have this support system and community within music and recording studios in Los Angeles. And it's definitely a part of my life that I have dreamed that would, look something like that. Like my ability to go enter the recording studio world and hone my technical knowledge of recording engineering, which even at Karma, I've worked a lot in Karma's recording studio, making work with other people, producing folks, engineering for folks, and gaining that skill set, going out to LA and finding, I can actually do this at a competent level, was extremely exciting. So I got an offer to go work at a studio where I worked last summer in Malibu, California. And so I will be graduating in June and then leaving in July to go live and work as a recording engineer in Los Angeles for the foreseeable future.
That's so awesome.
On a more fun note.
Okay. You haven't been having fun?
This whole conversation has been really fun. But I've been stalking you for some time now. I love your music, by the way.
You've been stalking me for some time now.
I watched your YouTube channel.
This is a distressing thing to learn in a small room. Okay, you watch my YouTube channel.
I watched your YouTube channel.
There's some stuff on there.
I watched your old music as well. You're amazing, by the way.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed. Your guitars have changed.
Yeah.
You grew a beard now.
I grew a beard.
You have gained some muscle as well. One thing that hasn't changed is your hair.
Is the hair?
Yeah.
What is the story of the hair?
Yeah, that's so funny. The hair has changed in the sense that
Have you grown muscle?
Not much.
You used to be skinny,
that was generous. I used to be skinnier, but it's still a generous observation. My hair at its peak was down to the small of my back. Like
the small of your back.
Yeah, I mean like that. Like okay, down to my ass, Willie. That's what I'm trying to say. And
who are you, a poet?
So it used to be a lot longer actually, and I had in freshman year in college I had the very long hair and sideburns combo, which as I said before was deeply unfortunate, which you can find on my Instagram probably.
Did that help your dating life at all?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. We don't need to get into that though. But the origin story with the hair, I swear to God, one day I need a haircut, and I've been playing music for a while. I kind of thought to myself, maybe I should grow my hair out a little bit longer. George Harrison had long hair. That's pretty cool. But I hadn't even voiced that necessarily. I just, one day I said to my dad, he's like, we should get me a haircut. One of these days my hair's getting kind of long. And my dad said, you know what, just let it grow out a little, see how it looks. And my dad is a bald man. And is not like one to be like, yeah, hippie rager, like, grow out your hair. For some reason he was just like, yeah, grow it out and see how it looks. And I have not had my hair cut short ever since then, ever since that day.
That's so interesting. And we'll get into our new segment in a second. It's interesting your dad told you to grow your hair.
Yes.
Because my pops told me a different story when my brother and I were trying to grow out our hair.
I know, man.
And, there may be a racial element to it.
Sure.
But, we were trying to grow out our hair in middle school. And my parents like, you can grow out your hair. We're like, oh, for real? Like, yeah, grow out your hair. Let's see how you deal with it and keep it. And, I had my waves on swim. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I remember maybe like a couple months later, my pops was like, yeah, well, you can be bald before you're 20. And I'm like, what? Bro, I'm like 13. Bro, what do you mean I'm going to be bald before I'm 20?
Yeah.
Anyway, I find your dad telling you to just grow it out and see,
I know.
Very different juxtaposed to my experience.
Yeah. It was surprising to me too. Just because I think just like traditional interactions between fathers and sons is like more what you're describing. And as I said, my dad's bald, and that, if I go bald, that's so be it, and that's okay. I hope that I retain the long hair. We're just going to have to see.
I have faith in your follicles.
Oh,
I think, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Has it become part of your personality, and would you ever consider cutting it?
Oh, my hair is so much a part of my personal identity. I think people recognize me by it at this point.
100%.
I've always known you like that.
Yeah, and fun. This is another thing that can be found on Instagram. But I ran for 4-H state office one time and won. And,
snap.
and my campaign poster was just an outline of my hair. So just like a blank face with my hair. Because it was like my brand.
I'm going on the Knight-Hennessy trip to Turkey in September, so I might just take a picture of you and be like, give me the Taylor. I want the culture, but give me the Taylor. That's what I want. But it's been a lot of fun. And, you know, folks, y'all have listened to, at this point, 19 episodes about how Knight-Hennessy's been helpful to folks, and it has been helpful in so many ways. Taylor's given us some great advice. We want to do something a little different as we close out this episode, and we're going to do some burning questions. So this is going to be rapid fire. Taylor.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
Okay.
We're going to ask a ton of questions, and you can only respond with a sentence.
Okay.
One sentence.
Okay.
That's all you got.
And no semicolons. No
semicolons. No.
This is hard for me. Brevity is not a gift I have.
Subject, verb, predicate, period.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Hey, I've diagrammed a few sentences in my day. I can do that.
All right, here we go.
Wait, are these from like friends and family?
These are from your friends and family. Things that they submitted. I'll pass off to Sydney to get it started.
Yes.
Can you tell me who it is after I
Yes,
answer?
of course, of course. Actually, one question we already got answered from Matt, your friend, said, "Have you ever considered cutting your hair? Why or why not?"
Yeah.
So that
he
one
was
is
one
great.
of my roommates in college. He's lovely.
Cute. Okay. Well, Matt Johnson, who says, when in the question that says, "What's your relationship?" it says to Taylor, quote, "Best friend, official, certified #1. I visited you the most this year."
This is true. No, this is true. Yeah. He came both in LA and here.
Oh, wow. Wow. Beautiful. Okay. So this one I found so intriguing, and I feel like there's a little bit of tea behind it.
Ooh.
It says, "Have you ever accidentally melted your roommate's colander while trying to steam broccoli?" One sentence. All you get, Taylor.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay.
I did that.
Nice.
Yes,
okay.
I did that, comma, I am a dumbass.
No, that's okay. Okay, Rahul, your turn.
From the same guy, Matt Johnson. Second question. Are you a good cook? What's the favorite dish that you have ever made?
Oh, okay. He knows the answer to this. I'm a competent cook, and my favorite dish that I've ever made was a turkey for my sister's friends on Thanksgiving in college.
Nice.
Question number 3. For a musician, what does failure look like?
Wow. For me, failure as a musician and in general looks like a life devoid of community and devoid of music and devoid of service.
Nice. Powerful. Okay, now we're going to go a question from your mama.
Oh.
She asks, when you were 3 to 5 years old, what were you going to be as an adult?
When I was that age, I wanted to be a professional bull rider.
Oh, wow.
This one is from your past lover, it claims. The name is Tal. Is that how you say it? Tal? Tal.
Tal?
Okay. So
Tal is a current Knight-Hennessy scholar and a dear friend.
And your past lover, as he claims.
Oh my God.
What's your theory of change from music to the causes you care about?
Connecting artists who are passionate about social causes with policymakers who have the means to distribute that art.
Question number 6. I'm going to go back to Taylor's mom. What was your Halloween costume for the high school friends party?
Yeah, in my senior year of high school, I went to a high school friends party, and I dressed as Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow. Did you have the long hair?
Yes, I had both the long hair and the beard. It was quite funny.
Oh, goodness. Okay. My final question from me, you'll hear, is from Marcus Force, friend.
Okay.
And this says, what's one way you've helped Knight-Hennessy be more like your honors college at LSU? And what's one way that it's different? For that, I'll give you two sentences. Yeah.
Okay. I hope that I've helped Knight-Hennessy have as much music and play and compassion as I received from my honors college experience at LSU. Knight-Hennessy is different from my honors college experience at LSU in that it's growing to a scale which eclipses LSU, comma, and I hope that Knight-Hennessy is able to offer the intimacy that can be maintained at our current scale while bringing in as many people as possible.
Fantastic.
Full stop.
Rahul.
8th question. Describe living in Lacassine, Louisiana in 4 words. No more than 4 words.
Okay. Nature, peace, stars, family.
I love it.
Well done. Interesting. Last question, number 9. This is from someone we haven't heard from yet in the list of folks. This is from Bert, guitar accomplice and 79 Stanford grad.
That is very true.
Bert asked,
Bert's family, the Keeleys, have been so welcoming and kind to me. They're an adoptive family for me out here. They're lovely.
Nice.
Beautiful. Which living artist's footsteps would you most like to follow and eventually lead further?
Wow, that's a great question. Which living artist? Okay, that takes out a lot of folks.
Takes out all the dead ones, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's not Jack Harlow. You know what? Okay. Okay, since this is my last question, I'm going to take a point of personal privilege and go over a sentence for this.
You got the clear out, bro. Go for it.
Okay. There's someone who is still alive and that I have met, and I hope to emulate his artistry and his activism. His name is Jackson Brown, and he's a very successful singer-songwriter, and is one of my personal favorite songwriters. I incredibly serendipitously attended a concert in Los Angeles that he was also attending, and we ended up watching the concert together, and he was gracious enough to invite me to visit his recording studio, which subsequently led to an internship at that studio. Jackson Brown is a person who is incredibly inspiring simply for the craft of his songwriting and for the potency of the emotional message in his music, but also for the fact that he has dedicated much of his life to social causes that he really deeply cares about, whether that's immigration or the environment. He's always been sort of at the forefront of actually using his voice and his music as a platform to advocate about the issues that he really cares about. So throughout his career, he has both helped people younger than him. He has put out an incredible quantity and quality of music and always stood his ground on social issues that he was passionate about. And if I can somehow emulate any percentage of that and cultivate the kind of musical community that he has built around himself, I will be extremely happy.
Well, thank you, Bert, for that question, and thank you, Taylor,
thanks,
for that
Bert.
reflection. Ooh, that's rhyming. Before we end with Taylor's episode, we have to thank a couple of other members who are also leaving the Imagine a World podcast team because they are completing the Knight-Hennessy Scholars program. So thank you. In addition to Taylor, we want to thank Kara Schechtman and Taquanda, who have been fervent supporters of the podcast and have worked behind the scenes in publicity as well as on mic. So just thank you both for the work that you all have contributed to this first season of what was an idea. And we're so excited to see what you're going to do as alumni of the Knight-Hennessy Scholars program. We're also sad to see you go. So we just wanted to thank everyone who has dedicated their time, talent, and treasure to this podcast endeavor. And with that, we'll send it back to Taylor. So, Taylor.
Yeah. Hey, Willie.
It's been such a pleasure.
Man, it's been such a pleasure.
And I'll just take a note of personal privilege to thank you for being on this journey with your boy, with your bud, as you like to say, in your Lacassine, Louisiana vernacular. I definitely couldn't have done anything with this podcast if you hadn't decided to stick with it. So I am very grateful for having had this relationship with you through the pod as a friend, and you'll be dearly missed. I assume I can ask you random questions about audio engineering if they come up.
Anytime.
But yeah, I'm just glad that I've had a chance to see over 20 episodes and over 2 years in Knight-Hennessy, what folks are getting a chance to listen to in an hour or some change. This episode's going long, y'all. It's okay. I just want to say thank you for all that you've poured into and devoted to this community. I definitely think if you were a Knight-Hennessy scholar anytime between 2021 and 2024, you have some memory of Taylor Goss, and you have some affinity to him as a person. So I just want to say thank you for all the work you put in with our community to make it feel intimate and special. So with that, I just want to hear you send us out on a song. And maybe even before you start the song, you mentioned that there's a story behind the song for the podcast. I'd love to have folks be able to have that as an awesome memento as you get ready for that.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so blown away. Thank you so much, Willie. I feel the same about you. Couldn't have done it without you. Like literally could not have done it without your organizational wizardry. Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, of course, bro.
And thank y'all, Sydney, Rahul. This means so much to me. This community means so much to me, and it has enriched my life so much that, I could ramble on about it, but I could never really say what it means. But I deeply love the Knight-Hennessy community, and deeply love that I was able to do this podcast and the many hours of music and community that I've been able to through this. So yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll play y'all a song. It's an original song that I sort of wrote on a deadline, as I want to do. I sort of am enabled by deadlines in that I wait till the last minute, and then the adrenaline gets me over the edge to actually finish.
So you're a procrastinator.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, I'll probably record this song more professionally originally, but I'll give you all a bit of it.
Ooh, early
sounds
release.
good. That sounds good.
I'll just do a verse and a chorus of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. My dreams caught up with me again last night. The machinations of my uneasy mind. I couldn't help but feel I'd been there before. A trail of blossoms leading up to your door. I said to call me anytime. In retrospect, I regret telling a lie. Is being selfish such a crime? Don't answer, baby, 'cause I'm reading the signs line by line. And if you say my name, I will turn to walk away. It's a pleasure to have known you, but I do not want to stay. You know, bad directions lead to the most desperate destinations. So I'm gonna change my lane. If you say my name, say my name, say my name, say my name. This has been Imagine a World. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Imagine a World, where we hear from inspiring members of the KHS community who are making significant contributions in their respective fields, challenging the status quo, and pushing the boundaries of what is possible as they imagine the world they want to see.
This podcast is sponsored by Knight-Hennessy Scholars at Stanford University, a multidisciplinary, multicultural graduate fellowship program providing scholars with financial support to pursue graduate studies at Stanford while helping equip them to be visionary, courageous, and collaborative leaders who address complex challenges facing the world. Follow us on social media at Knight-Hennessy and visit our website at kh.stanford.edu to learn more about the program and our community.